Hello students, today I am going to do Year-End Evaluation 2019 Department of Education, Northwestern Province, Grade 11, Paper 2. So this is 3 hours paper. You already know there are two parts, Part A and Part B. Part A and B, you get 6 questions each, but you have to select only 5 questions out of 6. Each question worth 10 marks. And you can spend 18 minutes per question. So let's do paper 2. So in part A, you get questions 1 and 2 in the first page. Second page, questions 3 and 4. Next one, 5 and 6. Then you get part B, 7, 8, 9. And the last page, 10, 11, 12. So let's take question number 1. This is about quadratic graphs. So first you have to draw the graph on a graph paper and then answer the following questions. Let's do it separately. An incomplete table of values prepared to draw the graph of the function y equals 3 minus x plus 1 whole thing squared is given below. Find the value of y when x equals minus 1. So you need to do substitution. So let's do the first part. Y equals 3 minus x plus 1 whole thing squared. Substitute x equals minus 1. So what you get here? Minus 1 and plus 1 is 0. So 3 minus 0, that's 3. So this answer is 3. Using a suitable scale, draw the graph of the above function. So you can use any scale. So we'll take one big square here. That means 10 squares, 1 unit. 10 squares, 1 unit. So let's first find out the y-axis starting from minus 4 here. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. So this should be the y-axis. Then you can first draw the y-axis. Then we can mark it. So what's the maximum y value? Maximum y value is 3. So you can start from 3 here. 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, 2, minus 3. And the lowest value is minus 6. Then you can draw the x-axis. And mark the values 1, 2, up to 2 enough, and negative up to minus 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So that's the scale. Then you can say one small square is 0.1 because 1 over 10, both ways 0.1. Now we can mark the points. Minus 4, minus 6. Minus 4, minus 6 is here. Minus 3, minus 1. Minus 2, 2. Minus 1, 3. 0, 2. 1, minus 1. 2, minus 6. So after you mark the points, you can connect it smoothly. But my advice is you can use the ruler only to connect the corner points. But don't use the ruler to join in the middle, the curved part. Then you have to smoothly connect the other part. So we'll draw it now. Like this, and this side you have to smoothly connect. So this is the quadratic graph. So using the quadratic graph now we can answer the following questions. Write the equation of the axis of symmetry. So what's the axis of symmetry here? So here, can you see? I'll draw the axis of symmetry. It passes through the vertex point. So x equals minus 1 is the axis of symmetry. So how many marks for this page? So you are getting 1 mark for finding the y value, and always 3 marks for the graph. 1 mark for marking the points, 1 mark for the scale, and 1 mark for connecting it smoothly, and 1 mark for this axis of symmetry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks for this page. So let's take the other one. Part 2, write the range of values of x for which the function is decreasing from +1 to -4. +1, this is the y value. Y value +1 is here. So I'll put a mark here. So this one, y equals 1. And what's the value? -4. This is the value. So you need to find out, that's the decreasing part. So you need to find out what are the x values here to here. So when you read that, so you need to take the value. Here, what's the value here? You need to read it somewhere here and somewhere here. So what are the x values here? 1.6. 1.6, and I'm getting here 0.4. So you can get plus or minus 0.1. So it doesn't matter. According to my one, I am getting x is in between 0.4 to 1.6. Those are the values. Now here it says from 1 to -4. So that means included these values as well. Put the equal sign as well. Otherwise it's wrong. In between you don't put equal sign, but it's from 1 to -4 you have to put the equal sign. Then using the value of x for which the function is 0, find the value of √3. So you need to find out the value of √3. So what's the graph? Graph is y equals 3 minus x plus 1 whole thing square. When y equals 0, what happens? 3 minus x plus 1 squared. When you take it to the other side, x plus 1 squared is equal to 3. Now take square root both sides. X plus 1 equals plus or minus square root 3. So what is 3 then? √3. X plus 1. We have to take the positive value. So we have to find out the positive x value and substitute. So what are the root values here? When you take y equals 0, I get these two roots. So what are the values when y equals 0? 0.7 and minus 2.7 here. So when y equals 0, you get x equals 0.7 or x equals minus 2.7. Which one we take? Only the positive value. So when x is positive, that's 0.7 plus 1. So what's the √3 value? You can say 1.7. So √3 value is 1.7. And it says last part, fourth part. Write down the equation of the graph which is obtained when the above graph is shifted downwards along the y-axis by 2 units. So the whole thing taking down. So what happens to the vertex point? Vertex point also moves from 3 to 2 units down. So what happens? The equation is y equals 3 minus x plus 1 squared. That was the original one. So we subtract 2 units from y. because the whole thing moves down. So the x values are not changing, only the y values are changing. So what's the equation? Y equals 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus x plus 1 whole thing squared. So that's the new equation. So we'll see how many marks now. We gave 5 marks for the other part. X is in between these two, you get 1 mark. That's 6 now. And finding the roots here, 2 marks. So 8. And then finding root 3 value, that's 1 mark. 9. And the last one, 1 minus x plus 1 squared, 1 mark. So you are getting altogether 10 marks for that question. Let's do the next one. That's about percentages and compound interest are there. So 2 parts are there. So we'll do separately. A furniture set priced 80,000 rupees can be purchased by making a down payment of 8,000 and paying the remainder by 24 equal monthly installments with an annual interest rate of 24%. If the interest is calculated on the reducing balance, find the interest to be paid at the end of 2 years. So here, this question, you are not getting steps, but you need to know what are the steps you have to do. First thing, you have to find out the loan amount because you can see 8,000 already paid out of 80,000. So first, find the loan amount. Loan amount is 80,000 minus 8,000. So what's the value? So you take 72,000 rupees. Then this is for 24 equal monthly installments. So what's the monthly installment without interest? Always we use the same procedure. So 72,000 divided by how many months? 24. So what's the value? You get 12 times 2, 12 times 6. So 3,000 rupees. So that's 3,000. And it says, what's the interest? Interest rate is calculated annually, 24% annually. So, interest, monthly interest, for this amount, 3,000. What's the rate? 24%, but this is annually. You have to divide by 12 to get the monthly interest. 12 times 2, 60 rupees. So, you have to pay 60 rupees. That's the monthly interest. Now, we have to find out months units because this is using reducing balance method. How you find months units? 24 into n plus 1 is 25 divided by 2. 12 times 5, 60. 12 times 2, 24 plus 6, 30. 300 months units are there. So, what's the total interest you have to pay? Total interest for all months units, that's each unit, that's 60. 60 into 300, that's 1, 2, 3, 18. 18,000 rupees is the interest to be paid at the end of 2 years. So that's the answer. So let's see how many marks you are getting for this. You are getting 6 6 marks. So 1 mark for finding 72,000, and then 3,000 1 mark, and 60 rupees 1 mark, and months units 1 mark, and for the final answer 1 mark. So how many marks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 2 marks for this, because you have to divide this by 12 as well. So altogether 6 marks for that question. Let's do the next one. When purchasing the above set of furniture, the remaining amount after paying the down payment can be borrowed to repay in 2 years with a compound interest rate of 13% per year. According to that, by which method of purchasing the customer has to pay a more interest? Reducing balance method or compound interest method? Give reasons. So what's the amount? Loan amount is 72,000. So you have to take the same amount. Loan amount 72,000 rupees. Now this is compound interest, 13 per year. So after 2 years you have to find the total amount you have to pay. So I'll do straightforward method, total amount. Straight away how you find for 2 years? Take the amount, and this is 13% interest means if you buy for 100, you have to pay 113. So 113 over 100, 113 over 100. This is for 2 years. Now you can do other way as well. Find the interest after first year and then add that interest to the next year value and get the total amount. But this is the easiest way to do. Take 2 zeros out, 1 0. 113 times 113 times 72. So you have to multiply and see. 113 into 113. 100, 10 and 3. And then see. 6, 7, 2, 1. And now we have to multiply by 72. 70 and 2. 7 times 9, 63. 6 remaining. 7 times 6, 42 plus 6, 48. 4 remaining. 7 times 7, 49. 53. 5 remaining. 7 times 2, 14 plus 5, 19. 1 remaining. 7 times 1, 7 plus 1, 8. 2 times 9, 18. 1 remaining. 2 times 6, 12 plus 1, 13. 1 remaining. 2 times 7, 14 plus 1, 15. 1 remaining. 2 times 2, 4 plus 1, 5. And 2 times 1, 2. Now add all together. You get this amount. 919, 368. Now this value, and you have to divide by 10. There's 10 here. So what's the value? You get 91,936.8. That's the interest. Now that's the total amount. So what's the interest you have to pay? You have to subtract 72,000. So subtract 72,000 and see. 8, 6, 3, 9 and 9, 1. You have to pay 19,936.8. But previous one, what's the interest? 18,000. So which method is more profitable? Because interest here, using reducing balance method, you have to pay only 18,000. But now you have to pay 19,000 something. Reducing balance method is more profitable. You have to pay less amount. So you can say 18,000 rupees is less than 19,936.8. So therefore, you can write, it says the customer has to pay a more interest in compound interest method. So more interest, you have to write other way around, more interest in compound interest method. So we'll see how many marks for this one. One mark. So 4 marks altogether. 1 mark. Here 2 marks. And 1 mark again. So 4 marks for this question. So let's see. Earlier we gave 6. So 6 and 4, 10 marks. Question number 3. So you have to make simultaneous equations and solve the 2 equations. So let's do that. 3 yogurts and 4 ice creams can be purchased by paying 220 rupees and 4 yogurts and 2 ice creams for 210 rupees. The price of a yogurt is X rupees and price of an ice cream is Y rupees. Denote the number of yogurts and ice creams as a square matrix and then denote the prices of a yogurt and the price of an ice cream as a column matrix. Construct a pair of simultaneous equations by writing the 2 matrices in one as a product. So let's do that. So yogurt we can take as X rupees. Ice creams as Y. Okay, so it says 3 yogurts. 3 yogurts and 4 ice creams, that's 220 rupees. 4 yogurts and 2 ice creams, 210. The price of a yogurt is X. Now you are asked to write a square matrix. So here we can write, if it's X, Y in order, you can write 3, 4, 4, 2. The coefficients you can write in the matrix. So this is the square matrix and the prices are in order, that's 220 and 210. And we have to get this equation. Construct a pair of simultaneous equations by writing the 2 matrices in as a product. So here the values for this is X and Y in order. So that's equal to this. Now look at this one. When you multiply this row with this column, 3X plus 4Y equals 220. 4X plus 2Y equals 210. So that's the matrix as a product. And now we can construct pair of simultaneous equations. First row, first column, 3X plus 4Y equals 210. That's first equation. Then the other one, second row with first column, 4 times X and 2 with Y. 4X plus 2Y equals 210. Earlier 220. So this is 220. This is 210. That's the second equation. So how many marks for these 2 steps? So 1 mark for writing this matrix, 3, 4, 4, 2. 1 mark for this. And those are the 2 marks here. and write as a product, you get 1 mark again. And writing the two equations, 3x 4y 210 and 4x 2y 210, 1 mark each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks already given. Let's do the third part. Solve the pair of simultaneous equations and find separately the price of a yogurt and ice cream. So what are the two equations? 3, 4, 204, 2. 3x 4y equals 220. 4x plus 2y 210. So those are the two equations. Now we'll try to solve this. So you have to make the coefficients equal in one variable. What's the easiest? If we can multiply the second equation by 2, you can make the same coefficients. Take the second equation, multiply by 2. 8x plus 4y equals 420. That's the third equation. Now you can subtract these two, 3 and 1. Which way? It's better to subtract 1 from 3. 3 minus 1. 8x minus 3x, you get 5x. 420 minus 220, you get 200. 5x is 200, so what's the value of x? Divide by 5, you get 40. X is 40. Now you need to find out the y value. Substitute in one of the equations. So I'll take equation number 2. 4 times 40, 4x plus 2y equals 210. So you get 160 here. And take 160 to the other side. 210 minus 160, you get 5. So 2y equals 5. So 2y equals 5 means y becomes 25. So that means price of, what's the first one? X, yogurt. Price of yogurt is 40 rupees. Price of ice cream ₹25. Price of yogurt is X, ice cream Y. So yogurt is more expensive. Okay, so let's see how many marks. So you are getting, so we gave up to that point, and now the rest of marks. So you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4 marks for this. So 1 mark for making coefficients equal, and 1 mark for finding x value 40, and 1 mark for y value 25, and writing down the prices separately, you get another 1 mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have given only 9 marks, 4 and earlier 5 marks. So we have to do another part. Let's take the other part. If an equal number of yogurts and ice creams, if ice creams can be bought for 260 rupees, find the number of yogurts and ice creams can be bought. So we'll take the price for ice cream and yogurt. Price, because equal amount. So we'll take 1 ice cream and 1 yogurt. Price of 1 ice cream and 1 yogurt. That's 40 rupees and 25. 65 rupees. Then you can find out how many you can buy. Because equally, so we have to first find 1 and 1 because you are buying equally. So how many? How many ice creams and yogurts you can buy? 260 is the total, and both of them only 65 rupees. So how many? 4 times 5. So this is 4 times. 25, 4 times 6, 24 plus 2, 26. So 65 times 4. So that means 4 ice creams. So can buy 4 ice creams and 4 yogurts. 4 yogurts. So that's the answer, but you get only 1 mark here. You don't have to write down sentences there, just 1 mark for the final answer. Question number 4. This is about area and you have to construct an equation and solve. So we'll do that. 2 parts are there. ABC is a triangular shaped lamina with side length of BC is x plus 2 units. The length of AD is twice of the above length. So AD is twice of x plus 2. If the area of lamina is 24 square units, show that the area of lamina satisfies the equation. So this is an obtuse angle triangle. So how you find out the area of a triangle? Base length but perpendicular height. That's the perpendicular height. So we can say area is 24 is equal to half times base length x plus 2 and then the perpendicular height 2 times x plus 2. Now we'll multiply. Here 2 get cancelled out. So x plus 2 into x plus 2. So that's x plus 2 squared. So you can use FOIL method or straight away multiply. So rainbow of FOIL method, you can multiply. So x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 24. Take all terms to one side. X squared plus 2x and 2x becomes 4x plus 4 minus 24 is equal to 0. So what's the equation? You are getting x squared plus 4x minus 20 equals 0. So you are getting this equation. So how many marks for that step? How many marks for that step? You are getting 2 marks for finding the equation. Solve the equation x squared plus 4x minus 20 by using the formula or other method and show that the length of BC is 2 times root 6. So what's the easiest method we'll use? Completing square method. Rather than using formula, it's easy to make as a square term and solve. I'll take minus 20 to the other side as plus 20. How you make a square term? You divide the x term by 2 and square it. You get 2 squared is 4. So that means you have to add 4 to both sides. You get 24 here. And what's the square term? X plus 2 whole thing squared. Square root of this, square root of this. Now, take square root both sides. You get x plus 2 becomes square root of 24. Square root of 24, you can simplify. What's the highest square number for 24? 4 times 6. So when you take the square root, you get 2 root 6. So this answer is 2 root 6. That's x plus 2. What is x plus 2 means? X plus 2 means BC. So straight away you can write this is BC. So BC is 2 root 6. So that's the answer. So let's see the solving part. You get 6 marks and here 6 marks for this. Six marks for this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, here 5, here you don't need to find x here because x is minus 2 plus 2 root 6. They ask just the BC value. So straight away x plus 2 you can do. So you get marks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 marks here. So altogether 8 marks because 2 marks we have given for the previous one. Because in the marking scheme it says x equals, but you don't need to find out x. Straight away we know BC equals x plus 2. Question number 5. This is about statistics question. The following table contains information on the distance travelled by a car by a certain government file study during 24 days of a month. 2 to 6 denotes greater than or equal to 2 and less than 6. So the first value is equal. Write the model class 1 which has the highest frequency. Look at the frequency column. So this is the highest one. 14 to 18 is the model class. Find the mean distance travelled by him by his motor car during this month of 25 days to the nearest kilometer. So this is 25 days. Add and see 4 plus 2, 6, 11, 18, 25. So that's 25. So we'll use normal way. You don't need to find out the deviation. So we'll find out mean using normal way. So that's distance in kilometers. 2 to 6, 6 to 10. So all these are boundaries. And equal widths given. Now we can find out the mid value. Add and divide by 2. 2 plus 6, 8. 8 divided by 2, 4. That means actually adding 2 to this. So it becomes 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and 28. Now the frequencies 2, 4, 5, 7, 3, 2, 2. The total is 25. Now we'll multiply x and f. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 4, 32. 12 times 5, 60. 16 times 7. 7 times 6, 42. 4 remaining. 7 times 1, 7 plus 4, 11. 3 times 20, 60. 48. 2 times 28, 56. Now we'll take the total. 10, 10, 20, 26. 2 remaining. 7 plus 4, 11. 12 and 18, 20, 24, 27. 2 remaining. That's 3. 376. So what's the mean value? Sigma fx over sigma f, total fx column over total f. So 376 divided by 25. So we'll do long division and say 25 times 1. So you get 126. So 5. 125. So this is 0. So the nearest kilometer. So you don't need decimal points. So 15 kilometers. That's the mean distance traveled. So how many marks for that question? 1 mark for modal class. And then you get 7 marks for finding mean. 7 marks. How you get? Mid value column 1 mark. FX column 1 mark. Total FX 1 mark. 3. And here for multiplication they have given another mark for you. So 4 marks there. And calculations using the formula 1 mark and dividing 1 mark and final answer rounded correct to nearest whole number, that's 1 mark. So let's see, 8 marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. We have given 8, so we can't give 8, only 7 marks. This one, with this one, that's 8, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Altogether 8 marks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do the next part, only 2 marks for that. His institute pays him 8,500 as the transport fee for 25 days. But the officer has calculated that he needs 24 rupees per 1 kilometer each for his motor car. Show that the transportation fee that is paid by institution is not sufficient for the month. So we have to find out what's the amount needed. Now we've calculated mean number of kilometer per day is 15. 15 kilometers per day. Each 1 kilometer 24 rupees. So for 15 you have to multiply that by that and multiply it for 25 days. Multiply by 25 as well. So we'll multiply 15 times 24 first. 360. Now multiply with 25. 20 and 5. What's the total? So you need 9,000 rupees. But the institute pays 8,500. So that's not enough. So as 8,500 is less than 90, the amount is not sufficient. The amount is not sufficient. So 500 rupees need more. So let's see. So 2 marks for that. So 1 mark for calculating this value and 1 mark for giving reason. So 2 marks. So earlier we gave 8 and 8 plus 2, 10 marks for the whole question. Question number 6. This is about angles and then we have to find out the lengths and use trigonometric ratios for that. So we'll do it separately. The diagram shows a straight road PQ. Runs from south to north. The bus stand is situated at P. The school is located at B at a distance of 100 meters from P on a bearing of 40 degrees. So we have to sketch it. On a bearing of 40 means from north 40 degrees to the clockwise direction. And the hospital is located at C at a distance of 150 meters from P on a bearing of 130. So we'll take, this is B, that's 40 degrees. And the hospital is located. And also here 100 meters, the school. I'll write school here. Then it says, hospital is located at C at a distance of 150 meters from P on a bearing of 130. From north 130. So, something like this. Now, this is the hospital, 150 meters. And this is the hospital. Represent the above information in a sketch. Find the magnitude of BPC. Now we know this angle is 130. Now we need BPC. Okay, so this is hospital means C. So what's the angle? 130 minus 40. So BPC angle is 130 minus 40. 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. So how many marks for that? So you are getting for the diagram, that's 2 marks. And 1 mark for finding the angle. 3 marks for that. Next part. Using the trigonometric ratios, find the shortest distance from the school at B to the straight road PQ. So if you take the diagram, they are asking shortest distance means perpendicular distance from here. This distance, QB. This is 40. What's the suitable ratio to this angle? This is opposite and hypotenuse given. So that's sine ratio. So you have to take sine 40. So sine 40 is equal to QB over 100. So what's QB? Sine 40 into 100. So we have to use the tables. Sine table. Natural sines, and here sine 40. What's the sine 40 value? 0.6428. 0.6428 into 100. That means you are getting 64. Move the decimal place 2 places to the right. 64.28. It's kilometers. Let's see. What's the unit? Meters. This is just meters. So you are getting meters here. That's the shortest distance from school to the straight road PQ. So they are not asking the whole number, just you can give 64.28 meters. So let's see marking scheme. Four marks for that. 64.28 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4 marks for this question. So selecting suitable ratio is important in this part. Find the value of PCB. We have to look at the diagram. PCB. So we'll just, this is not vertical. So we have to find out PCB. So we'll put the angle as theta, this one. So this is theta. To this angle, we found out this is 90 degrees, again right angle triangle. So you can use basic trigonometric ratios. So to this angle, this is opposite. 100 is opposite and this is adjacent, 150. So 100 over 150, that's tan ratio. Opposite over adjacent. So tan theta is equal to 100 over 150. So you can divide by 5. So 2/3. 2 divided by 3 means 3 times 6, 18. For 26, 6, 6 like that. We can round it and put 7 for the last digit. So 0.67, 6667. And theta becomes the inverse of tan. Now we have to refer tangent table. Tangent table and see where you get 0.6667. So find it. 6667. Where is that? 6667. Here 6661 is there. So you need another 6 for that. So we'll take 4. That's 1. 33, 31. 33 and 31. 33, 31. 33 degrees and 31 minutes is the angle PCB. So let's give marks. PCB 33 and it says 42. Let's see again. 6667. 66. Yeah, that's 40. So 6661 is 40 and then 41. 33, 41, not 31. So here I'll change it. This is 41. So how many marks for this question? So you are getting, last part, 3 marks. 3 marks for this question. So 3 and previously 4, 7 and 3, 10 marks for that question. Question number 7. This is about arithmetic progression and geometric progression. So number patterns. In an arithmetic progression, the first term is 15 and the 10th term is 105. Find the common difference of this progression. So first term is 15. So how can we find out the 10th term? 10th term, T10 is A plus 9D because 10 minus 1, 9D. That's 105. But we know the first term is 15. Substitute A is 15. So 9D becomes 105 minus 15. You get 90. So divide by 9. D becomes 10. That's the common difference. Then part 2. denote the sum of the first n terms of this arithmetic progression in terms of n. So what's sum of n terms? Sn. n over 2, what's the formula? 2a, 2 times 15 plus n minus 1 d equals 10. So you have to simplify and write in terms of n. n over 2, 2 times 15, that's 30, plus 10 times n, 10n, and 10 times minus 1 minus 10. So when you simplify, you get n over 2, 30 minus 10, that's 20, plus 10n. You can take 10 out. 10 is common, take it out, you get 2 plus n. Now simplify, 10 divided by 2, you get 5. 5n into 2 plus n, or n plus 2. How many marks for that one? So d equals 10, 2 marks. And for the sum, Sn equals 10n plus 5n squared. You can, if you want, you can open brackets and write down, but you can keep like this as well. So 10n plus 5n squared. So you get how many marks for this? So you get another 2 marks. Part 3, find the number of terms that should be added from the first term to get a sum of 400. So find the number of terms that should be added. So we have to find n from the first term to get a sum of 400. Now Sn is given 400. Sn is given 400. So how we find out? You can use the formula again. 400 is equal to n over 2. Now here we did that for Sn. We can take this formula, 10n plus 5n squared. 10n plus 5n squared is equal to 400, and you need to find out n. So what's the first thing you can do? You can divide the whole equation by 5. 5 times 80 is equal to 2n plus n squared. Take all terms to one side. N squared plus 2n minus 80 equals 0. So what are the factors of 80? Minus 80. To get 2n, what are the factors? 10 and 8. 10 times 8. And the difference is 2. So positive 2 means plus 10 and minus 8n. So split the middle term, 10n and 8n. And now you can take first 2 separately and last 2 separately, and n becomes, here take it out, n plus 10. Here take minus 8 out. Here I put extra 0 there. So I'll erase that. This is 80, not 800. Take 8 out, that's n plus 10. Now n plus 10 is common, take it out and write down n plus 10 and n minus 8. Now the two factors are equal to 0. That means one factor can be equal to 0. N plus 10 is equal to 0, or n minus 8 equals 0. So what's the n value? Minus 10 or 8. Can you get a negative answer for n? N is term number. Term number cannot be negative. So we can't take n is negative 10. So the answer is n equals 8. Now you can write cannot be negative. So how many marks for this part? According to the marking scheme, just you are getting 3 marks for that. So 3 marks. So we gave 7 marks for the other parts. 4, 7. So we have another part. Now 7 given already. So the last part, find the 7th term of the geometric progression 3, 6, 12. Now this is geometric progression. So first term is 3. What's the common ratio? So first we have to find out the common ratio. Common ratio becomes any term divided by the previous term. I can do 6 divided by 3, that's 2. We know the common ratio and find that 7th term, T7. So what's the formula? AR to the power n minus 1. 7 minus 1, that's 6. The first term is 3, ratio is 2. So 2 to the power 6. So what's 2 to the power 6? 2 to the power 5, 32. 32 times 2, 64. 3 times 64. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 6, 18 plus 1, 19. So 7th term of this progression is 192. So you are getting 3 marks for that. So 3 marks. So we gave altogether 10 marks for the whole question. Question number 8. This is about construction. So you have to use the compass and the ruler to construct this diagram. So let's do it. Use only straight edge with centimeter millimeter scale and a pair of compasses for following constructions. Show the construction lines clearly. Construct the angle BAP such that AB is 7 centimeters and BAP is 45 degrees. Construct the perpendicular bisector of AB and name the point it meets AP or produced AP as D. So we'll construct this thing. So AB is 7. So we'll draw a line and we have to take the compass and the ruler. So 7 centimeters first. And then you keep on top of the line and mark the 2 points. That's AB. AB 7 centimeters. That's the first step. Then BAP is 45. So how you construct 45 degree angle? You have to bisect 90 degrees. So what we can do, you can first construct 90 degree angle to A point. Take any distance here. So we can draw 90 degree angle first. And then you can bisect the 90 degree angle. So first we'll draw the 90 degree with broken lines because you don't need 90. So I'm constructing 90 degree angle. And now bisecting 90. You get 45 degrees. So how you bisect 90? So take any distance here. You draw an arc here and here. And then take any distance and bisect the angle here and here. So we got the point. Now we can draw the continuous line there. So we need 45. So this is 45 degrees. So this is 45. And it says BAP. So P is somewhere there. Then construct the perpendicular bisector of AB and name the point it meets AP or produced AP as D. So we have to draw the perpendicular bisector now. Again, we take the compass and draw the perpendicular bisector of AB. Take any distance. Normally we take more than half of the length. We can draw an arc above and below. And again, same thing for the other point. Below and above. Now we have the intersecting point. So we can construct the bisector. That's the AB perpendicular bisector. And it meets the AP or AP produced here is D. So this point is D. So that's the first two parts. So let's see how many marks. Let's see how many marks. AB 1 mark, BAP 1 mark. And perpendicular bisector 2 marks. So that's 4 marks for up to this step. So let's do the next part. Construct ABCD parallelogram. ABCD. So we can use the lengths, equal lengths, and construct the parallelogram. So we'll do the parallelogram part. So we'll take the compass and the ruler. We'll take this distance, AB distance. Is same as DC. So we'll take the parallelogram rule. So the distances are equal, opposite distances are equal. Now take AD length. So AD length is this one. So that should be same as BC. So we are drawing the other arc. So the intersecting point is the C point. So this is C, and we can draw the line. This is the parallelogram ABCD. Then the next one, construct the circle with center O, which passes through the points A, B, D. So that means the circum circle. So how you construct the circum circle? You need to draw perpendicular bisectors of two sides. So already one perpendicular bisector is there. So you need to draw another perpendicular bisector. So we'll do for AD, take any distance, draw an arc above and below. And take the D point and do the same thing. So we are getting here and here. Now you can connect these 2 points, this and this. That's the other perpendicular bisector. The intersecting point of the 2 perpendicular bisector, that's the center O. Now we can construct the circle. That's the O center. So you can take any distance as radius, OB or OA or OD. So we'll take OB as the radius and see whether it passes through the other points. It passes through the other points. So now we can draw the circle. That's ABD circum circle. Give reasons. Why CD? CD is a tangent to the circle. So we'll look at the diagram and see. This is the circle. So we have to show this is 90 degrees. How can we show? This is the perpendicular bisector. So this is 90. This is 45. So this is 45. And these two are. Here when you take this one, when you extend this line, just see, when you extend this line, we can see these two lines are parallel because we drew the parallelogram. And this is 45 here. And what's this angle? This angle should be 45 plus 45, and this should be 90. Why? We need to get 180 for allied angles. So we can write what is CDA angle? CDA angle plus DAB angle, that's 180 allied angles. You have to give the reason. Allied angles. So this is 45. So this should be 90. So you can say 180 minus. So ODC angle is 180 minus 45, 45, 90. So that becomes 90. So this is perpendicular. Radius and normally tangent, both are perpendicular. So that becomes a tangent there. So tangent is perpendicular to radius. Perpendicular to radius. So that's the reason. Now we'll do the next part. Produce the side CD. Produce the side CD to E such that DE is equal to 5 centimeters. So what you have to do, you take the compass and measure 5 centimeter length, and we can mark the point E. So CD 5. So that means from D to E, that's 5 centimeters. So this is the point E. So this is 5 centimeters. And construct another tangent to the circle from the point E. So this is the outside point. We know tangents are equal. So you can take the same distance from that and mark the point on the circle. So it cuts here. Now we can draw the other tangent from E, here to here. So that's the other tangent. Tangent lengths are equal. So that's the last part. So we'll see how many marks now. So constructing the parallelogram, you get 1 mark. And name the center O, 1 mark. Constructing the circle, 1 mark. And showing that ODC is 90 degrees, 1 mark. And drawing ED, 1 mark. And constructing the tangent, 1 mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 marks for that question. Question number 9. This is about volume, and you have to show H equals this and find the value of H. A cuboidal shaped glass container has a square base of side length 20 centimeters. This container has been filled with water up to a height of 10 centimeters. Find the volume of water in the container in cubic centimeters. So we need to find out the volume of water. So volume of water is equal to length 20, width also 20, and the height is 10. So you get 1, 2, 3, 2 times 2, 4. 4,000 cubic centimeter is the volume of water. 30 solid spheres with radius A centimeter are immersed completely in the water of the container. If the water level goes up by h, show that h equals this. So that means volume of these 30 solid spheres is equal to the remaining water level. So now it goes up by h. So another h level. So you have to draw this like, not the upper part. So somewhere here we can take up to this point. If it's h increased, level goes up by h, not the total height. So we can say the amount of the volume of water increased, h into 20 into 20, that is equal to the volume of 30 spheres. 30 into, what's the volume of sphere? 4/3 pi a cube. A is the radius. Now we'll simplify 3 with 30, 10, and you are getting h is equal to 10 times 4 pi a cube divide by 20 and 20. 10 times 2, 4 times 5. So you get pi a cube over 10. So that's h value. Show that h equals pi a cube over 10. So you are getting how many marks? So 4,000 cubic centimeters, you get 1 mark. And showing that this one, you get 2 marks. So 3 marks for this step. Now let's take the next one. When pi equals 3.14 and a equals 2.05 centimeters, find the value of h using logarithmic tables to the nearest first decimal place. So what's the formula? H equals pi a cube over 10. Pi a cube over 10. Now we can substitute. Pi, you can take 3.14 a cube. That means 2.05 to the power 3 divide by 10 is h. You can divide this and write down 0.314. It's easy, otherwise you have to again subtract the log of 10. Now you take log both sides. Log of h equals log of 0.314 plus this multiplication. Take the power down, 3 log 2.05. So you have to use the logarithmic tables. First we'll see the first value. So 0.3 means bar 1 is the value here. 1 place to the left here. What's the value? This is 2 point something, means 0 point something. Now we'll refer the table. That's 31.4. 31.4. 4969. 25. 20 and 5. 3118. Now we can multiply. 1.4969 plus, multiply this by 3. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 1, 3 plus 2, 5. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.9354. So we'll add it by 1.4969 and 0.9354. 9 plus 4, 13, and 1 remaining, 12, and 1 remaining, 13, and 14, that's 0, 0.4323. Now, to find H, anti-log value of 0.4323. 4323. Where is 4323? 43. 4314 is there. So 2, 3, that means 9. We need 9. That's 6. 2706. 2706. So this is 0 point, that means 2.7, not 1. We need correct to 1 decimal place. So 2.7, what's the unit? Units is centimeters. 2.7 centimeters. So we'll give marks for this. You are getting 1 mark for substitution and taking log, 1 mark. And the values 4969 and 3118. Log values 2 marks. And multiply and get this one 1 mark, and finding this one another 1 mark, and finding antilog and getting this answer 1 mark. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and before we gave 3 marks. So 10 marks altogether. Now let's do question number 10. That's about circle theorems. So circle is there, you have to find out angles. AC is a tangent drawn to the circle at B with center O and the diameter BD. That's diameter. CBE is given 60 degrees. By giving reasons, find the magnitude of the following angles. EFB. EFB, this angle. How we find out that angle? Straight away you can get it. That's 60. Why that's 60? Alternate segment theorem. This is the angle between the tangent and the chord that's equal to opposite interior angle. Alternate segment theorem. Alternate segment theorem. Then what's the next one? ABF. ABF, this angle. Now we found out this is 60. ABF angle. Now we know this one. Diameter and the tangent 90 degrees. This is also 90. What's the other one? Now this is 60 and you are getting, this should be 90. 90 here. Now this is the diameter again, FE. So this is 90, so this becomes 30. So 30 and 60 again, 90. So here this is 90. This part is 90. So now how can we find out? 90 plus 60? 90 plus 60? 150. So 180 minus 50. That's 30 degrees. FBA or ABF becomes 30 degrees. So how you get 30? You can say this is 90. So 90 plus 60, you have to subtract from 180. That's 30 degrees. So what's the reason we can give semicircle angles 90 degrees? That's 30. So we'll see. So we'll see how many marks for this. 60 degrees, you get 2 marks for the reason, and 30 degrees, 2 marks with the reason. Now we'll take the second part. Prove that ABF triangle, this one, and ABE, this is E, ABE are equiangular. Okay, so here we'll mark the angles we found. This is 30 and we found this is 60 and these are 90 degrees. Okay, so you have to show that equiangular. So we'll take ABF triangle. ABF triangle. This is 30. Now we'll find out all the angles so that it's easy. So we found this is 30 and this is 60. So what's this angle? 30 here, 60 here. So 30 and 30 becomes 60. So this is 30. So we can say A angle is 30 in ABF triangle, and B angle is also 30, and F angle, what is this angle? 120. Now we have to check in ABE triangle, ABE triangle, ABE triangle. So we get the same, A angle is same as A angle, that's 30, and instead of this 30 degree angle we get E here, that's same as 30, and what is this angle? This whole thing, 90 plus here 30, 120. So B angle is 120. So all the angles are the same here, 30, 30, 120. So therefore you can say ABF triangle is equiangular to ABE triangle. So second part, you get 3 marks for that. So let's see next one. If AE is equal to, this is E, AE is 9 centimeters, this whole thing is 9 centimeters, AF is 4 centimeters, find the length of AB. Now we found out the 2 triangles are equiangular. Equiangular means similar. So you can take the corresponding ratios. So we can say ABF and ABE. ABF triangle and AEB triangles are equiangular, so those are similar triangles. So you can take the corresponding ratio. So this is 30, 30, and this is 120, and this is 120. So we need AB. AB is opposite to E angle. So AB opposite to E angle. That's same as opposite to this angle. That's 4 is equal to, what's the other length we know? AE. AE is what? Opposite to 120. Opposite to 120, that's AB again. Now you can substitute AB squared is equal to 4 times AE. AE is given 9. 9 times 4, 36. AB squared is 36, means this is 6 squared. So what is AB? AB length is 6 centimeters. So how many marks for that part? You get 3 marks for that as well. So 3, 6 and 4 marks. You get 10 marks altogether. Question number 11, this is about proving. You have given a triangle and you have to prove AZ equals 1/4 of AC. And show that XYZ is an isosceles triangle. So let's do that question. In the triangle ABC, AB equals BC. So that means this length, this whole length is equal to this one. So that means isosceles, I'll mark this one A, because both lengths are equal. XY is a line which is drawn parallel to AB, already marked. X is the midpoint of BC. So this length is equal to this length. X is the midpoint. The line BA produced. The line BA produced to W such that XC is equal to AW. So I can mark, this is also with a one line, AX. So AW is equal to XC. The line WX intersect at AC at Z. So this is Z point. Copy the figure and mark the given information. Show that the triangle XYZ triangle is an isosceles triangle. So we can easily show that, because here look at, these two lines are parallel. This is equal to this because corresponding angles are equal. So let's write everything. So we can say BAC angle is same as BCA angle because of isosceles triangle. And also we can write BAC angle is same as XYZ angle because of corresponding angles. Then we can say BCA angle is same as XYZ angle. So these two angles are equal, and that means XY is same as XZ. These two lengths are equal. So you can say XYC is an isosceles triangle. So how many marks for that? So you are getting 2 marks for drawing the diagram and 3 marks for proving this. Part 2, prove that AZ is 1/4 AC. So we have to again just do a rough sketch. So Z, X, so here this is W, Z, this length is this length, but we found out these two lengths are equal, isosceles. We can mark everything like this. And now we have to show AZ. This is 1/4 of AC. How can we show that? We'll take these two triangles. When you take these two triangles, these are congruent triangle. AWZ triangle and XYZ triangle. XYZ triangle. What can you say? AW is same as XY. We found out before because of this length is equal to this length, but this length is this. So we can see those two are equal. And also, can you see this angle is same as this angle? This angle is same as this angle. That's opposite angles are equal. AZW angle is same as XZY angle. That's opposite angles. And we need to find out one more thing. What's the other one? Look at carefully. This angle, Z letter, is equal to this angle, AWZ. Angle is same as ZXY angle. Alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. So we can say AWZ triangle is congruent to XYZ triangle. What's the case? Angle, angle, side. These two are congruent. That means AC, the corresponding elements are equal. AZ is equal to ZY. Corresponding elements. Corresponding elements are equal. Now we found these two are equal. Now look at carefully. This is equal to this one. Now look at carefully. ABC triangle. We know that X is the midpoint of BC and these two lines are parallel. So according to Converse midpoint theorem, what can you say about the lengths? AY is equal to YC. AY equals YC according to Converse midpoint theorem. Because we see this is X is the midpoint and these two lines are parallel. This is equal to this. Now what can we write? We found out AZ, ZY both are equal. So we can write AZ is equal to half of AY because AZ equals ZY. And we can write AY is equal to half of AC. AY is equal to half of AC because Y is the midpoint now. Y is the midpoint. Now what can you say? You can substitute instead of AY, half AC. So AZ equals half into half AC. So what you get, half into half means 1/4 AC is equal to AZ. So that's what we need. Show that AZ equals 1/4 of AC. So how many marks for this one? You are getting 1 mark here. XY is equal to AW. That's data. So proof of the, so you are getting 3 marks for the proof of these congruent triangles. 3 marks there. And 1 mark for AY equals half of AC. And 1 mark for AZ equals half of this one, half of AY, and from that you get here, see how many marks? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 and 5. Altogether 10 marks for that question. So let's do the next one. Last question in paper 2. That's the 12th question. Venn diagram question sets. In a sports club of 60 members, we can straight away put 60. It's already there. 41 are women. So women 41. Out of them, 17 women play athletic events. So this is members who play athletic events. So here how many? 17 women play athletics events and 14 men do not play athletic events. So outside women means males. 14 men do not play. So that means 14 is outside. That's 14 men do not play athletic events. Copy the Venn diagram and represent the above information in it. Shade the region which represent women who do not play athletic events. Women who do not play athletic events means this part. We have to shade that. First we'll fill all the gaps. So what is this value? 41 minus 17. 24. Then what is this value? Now see, 17 plus this is 41. 41 plus 14, 55. 60 is all together, so this is 5. So that's the diagram. So we can color this required region, that's this part. So we can put a color there. So that's this region. That means women who do not play athletic events. So let's see how many marks for this one. Marking 5, 17, 24. So 4 marks for marking all these values. 4 marks for the Venn diagram and shading 1 mark. So 5 marks for this step. Let's take the next one. In this sports club, anyone who plays team games does not play athletic events. So we'll first mark all the information. So let's see whether it's correct. 17, 24. Yeah. Now we'll read it again. In this sports club, anyone who plays team games does not play athletic events. So that means whatever team games set is not intersect with the athletics. Out of the 19 members who play team games, 9 are women. Draw a new Venn diagram by including data to depict this change and find the number of members who do not participate for any sport. So here what we can do, we have to create the new Venn diagram. So we can draw now 3 circles instead of 2 now. So I'll take, this is members who play athletics, and this is women, and we'll draw another circle. That's members who are in the team games. And I'll write down this one. It says team games. This is team, new set team games. And this one, women. And this one, athletics. So those are the 3 circles. Now we'll read it again and see. What about this team game set? Out of the 19 members who play team games, so this is 19. 9 are women, so intersection is 9. This is 9. So this is definitely, this should be 10. 19 minus 9. And that's all given. So we have to fill the other parts. So this is 5 and 17, nothing happens. But here, 24 becomes 9 plus that. So 24 minus 9, you get 15 here. 15 plus 9, 24. And now outside 14 there, 10 already there, so this becomes 4. You are asked to find out number of members who do not participate for any sport. Number of members who do not participate for any sport. So not athletics, not team games. So we have to take this 15. This is just mean women who do not play athletics and team games. And here this is men who do not play athletics and team games. So here according to this diagram, this is 15 plus 4. That should be 19. But in the marking scheme, it says only 4, because thinking about this circle, women who participate for any sport and only considered this 4. So we'll take, I think this actual answer should be 15 plus 4 because it's 19 there. But if this circle represents women who do not play athletics and team games and something else, any sport, so we can consider only this 4. So let's see how many marks for that. So we gave 5 marks for first 2 parts. This is third part. You are getting 5, 17, 15, 19, 10, 4. 1 mark for the Venn diagram. Marking 15, 9 and 10, 3 marks. And final answer, 1 mark. So 3, 4, 5. So that's altogether 10 marks given. So we completed paper 2. So make sure that you do all questions and then watch my video to check your answers.